Hello and welcome to my video. My name is Kathy and thank you for joining me. And I think the title of this is going to be I Got Nothing, because it's not that there's nothing going on in my life, but sometimes you just get tired of thinking and talking and you're just like, I got nothing. I give up. That's where I am. So let's put some makeup on and see if I have anything by the end. There really is a lot going on in my life. But I think that's the problem. Sometimes it's just overwhelming. And so all day I've been thinking, I need to do a video, but what's it going to be about? I don't know. I'll tell you one thing that's got me a little overwhelmed. I think I told you that we were having some trees cut in our yard. We have some literal killer trees in our yard that terrify me during storms. So we're finally having it done. And first of all, it's a much slower process than I thought it would be. And second, my yard looks like a tornado came through here. It did only look like that in the front. And today it looks like that in the back also. We have 5 trees that they're cutting. 3 of them are gigantic. One of them's not so big, and one of them has already fallen on the back fence. So it's just a matter of cutting it up. But out of 5, in 3 full days, there's 1 tree gone. 1 out of 5. Some of the others have had some of the large branches from the top cut off, but 1 tree after 3 days. I'm like, this is gonna last forever. I didn't know it'd be so, I didn't know I would have so much anxiety. I guess I should have known, because we sort of have a small yard and all 3 of those really big trees are over our house, and parts of them are. And so I've prayed a lot. I've prayed for our safety and for protection for our home and our neighbors' homes, and protection for the men that are out there cutting. And but I feel helpless. Prayer works. It's worth something. But sometimes you just want to control something. It would make you feel better if you could just control it. But my husband and I were talking today, and we just came to the conclusion it was a little bit paralyzing. It's very noisy. There's a lot of heavy machinery going on. I don't think I told you this last week. Forgive me if I did. But at one point last week, there were 2 of those gigantic trucks that have the boom, the bucket that goes way up. There were 2 of those in our yard. 1 skid steer, which honestly, I haven't known what to call any of these. I'm just learning that this week. And then 1, I think you call it a cherry picker truck. The truck that comes and takes away everything that's already been cut. And so there were those 4 big pieces of machinery, chainsaws going, and 6 men in my yard. And I'm like, so anyway, they're gone for the day and it's quiet. I had to wait till late in the day to do my video because I didn't really think you wanted to listen to chainsaws. Look at me, I said I have nothing to talk about and I haven't shut up yet, so. Yeah, Here we are. Okay, what's next? Eye primer, that's what's next. Do you love to watch somebody put their makeup on? I do. And it started really early in my life. I used to stand in the bathroom with my grandmother. She lived behind us, and I would spend the night at her house sometimes. I think that's when I did this. I don't know. Maybe that was at a different house. But anyway, I would just stand and watch her get ready for work and put her makeup on. And she was very particular with it. And it's just fascinating for me. It's like, you know, paint on an old barn. Isn't that what people compare it to sometimes? It's just, you just see something transformed. That's right. I mean, there aren't many things in our life, really, that we get to see transformed over a matter of, 15, 20 minutes, right? Like, you can watch your house being remodeled or painted or built or anything being built. But it doesn't happen in 20 minutes. And so, it's sort of like instant gratification. Okay, eyebrows. So sometimes, do you just feel like you got nothing? You got nothing to give, nothing to say, nothing to, just nothing. I had a thought and it left. Being quiet doesn't really help my eyebrows. My problem with my eyebrows is that I don't have much to work with to begin with, and I don't like them to look drawn on. Even though I'm drawing them on, I don't like that. So that's why I'm never happy with them. I did, people say that they don't have any because, especially people my age, because in their younger years, we plucked them a lot. Because when I was a teenager and I started plucking my eyebrows, the fad, the fashion, the whatever was one skinny line all the way across. And so I plucked mine like that. Is that why I don't have any? I don't really know. But I have changed over the years what I do. I have these, I do pluck what's down below there and what's above there. But I don't, like, if you get really long ones, I used to take those out. And now I have these scissors. They're little bitty scissors and they're flat on the back, so you can lay them right here and just cut across. And there's this brush, sort of like this brush right here, but it's not this one. And you push the eyebrows up. Let's see, I push them up with this hand and then I cut whatever is way longer than the rest. You just trim those. I don't know if that made any sense or not, but anyway, I didn't used to do that. And so now I have, believe it or not, I have a little more thickness than I used to have. Does that make sense? Okay. How we doing? Good enough. Next would be some eyeshadow. Let's see if anything looks exciting here. I mean, I'm probably gonna do basically the same thing I always do, but I don't know. Okay. I am gonna do this brown that I said that I always do. That's not true because still, for the most part, I put makeup on once a week, and it's when I come see you. Unless there's some special occasion, which, you know, like my granddaughter graduated in May. She had a party one day and graduation, so I put makeup on twice that month, other than this. And I used to go to church all the time, and I don't. And it's not that I don't believe in it or I don't love Jesus, but I don't go to church much. I have been sick there too many times, and I think I've just developed just a fear of going anywhere. And I really have to psych myself up to go somewhere. Yeah. I never know when things are going to hit me. Like, I never know when I'm going to get really weak and feel like I'm going to pass out. I never know when my stomach is going to make me really sick, which that also makes me feel like I'm going to pass out. And so I hate that I've gotten this way, but I have. I just don't go many places at all. Okay. I like this color. This would be my go-to color. If I did put makeup on every day, this would probably be my daily go-to color. So what do we want to do with it? Oh, I know what we're going to do. The other one, I have this other palette that looks just like it, but it's not. It's darker. So I'm going to put a little bit of that right here in the corner. Sometimes when I get off of here, I feel like I should go somewhere because I have makeup on. And, oh, I just stuck that on my eyeball. And Mark, my husband, he tries to take advantage of that because he's like, you want to go out to eat? No, I don't. Sorry, I'm just going to wash this off. I mean, I leave it on a few hours, but sometimes I can be talked into it. But first of all, there's nothing I want to go eat. Oh, let me tell you what we're having tonight. It's so good. We had it last night and we're having the rest of it tonight. It's an Asian burger. And let's see. I watch Becky at Acre Homestead on YouTube. And she does a lot of cooking. She does a lot of cooking ahead, like freezer meals. And then she does a lot of gardening. Anyway, I watched her the other night make these Asian burgers. And they are so delicious. So it's ground beef. It's sort of like you're making a meatloaf type mixture, but it's, of course, not those flavors. So you do an egg and some breadcrumbs. It has some oyster sauce, sesame oil, soy sauce, garlic. I don't remember what else. Anyway, then you eat them on a bun. You don't have to, but with some coleslaw mixture with no dressing on it. You just put that on your burger, and then you make a sriracha mayonnaise and put that on. Oh my goodness, it's delicious. So we're having leftovers, and I'm excited about that. Do you love leftovers? I do, because I feel like leftovers are free. Don't you feel like leftovers are free? Like, you already paid for them the first time. You already cooked it. It's free. That's what I'm thinking. And you don't have to get out of your pajamas to go eat it. If you go out, you have to get out of your pajamas. While we made those burgers, we put them together yesterday morning and just cooked them last night. We also made another recipe we haven't tried yet. It's also hamburger meat, and I can't remember what all it has in it, but the main ingredient, the main seasoning in it was a steak seasoning. And I don't love steak seasoning, so I looked up a recipe to make your own, and I figured out why I didn't like it, because most of them have thyme and rosemary, and I don't love those flavors. So, but it also had garlic powder and onion powder and paprika. So I just put those things in there. I didn't make a seasoning. What else did it have? I don't know, just some good seasonings and a hamburger patty. But you make 2 thin patties, and you put cheese in between them and seal them up so that when they cook, there's cheese in the middle of the burger. And then you make a, I gotta put a little more of this because I don't know where it went, but this one looked like it needed some more. Of course, the other one's gonna look like that now. Okay, you put, I don't have the recipe in front of me. I'm trying to remember, and that's not a good plan. Okay, you make zucchini noodles with lemon juice and butter on the noodles and some more seasonings. Anyway, you eat that patty filled with cheese on top of those zucchini noodles. And so we went ahead and made those patties and froze them so that all you have to do is take them out and cook them. And so I'm really excited. I get so excited when we get food made ahead, because we're so bad to just not plan ahead, and then all of a sudden it's time to eat and I'm hungry and we don't have a plan. I hate that. Don't you hate that? Okay, what are we gonna do next? Some concealer. What do y'all think about this concealer? I don't know what I think about it. It's pink. I thought the pink would help my darkness under my eyes. Is it helping that? Or is it just making under my eyes look pink? What do you think? I like to bring my concealer right up here and clean up that messy eyeshadow right there. I didn't make that up. I saw somebody else do it, but I like it. I think I got some down here. I didn't want any all the way down there. Okay, how are we doing? Oh, I know what I didn't do. I didn't put any eyeshadow under my eyeball. So let's do that. Just a little. Okay. Let's see if this is dark enough. Yeah, that works. Okay. What's next? Then I always like to come back and do that again, because even though I clean up that eyeshadow, I don't want my eyeshadow to be just a harsh line right there. Okay, mascara, is that what's next? I've got this new to me Grande mascara, and I've only used it once, and that was when I was on here with you last week, but I liked it. So let's do it again and see if I like it the second time. And it did not flake off. I love that. Oh, almost poked it in my eyeball. Okay. I've been trying to talk myself into knitting this week because, you know, that's relaxing. And once I get started, I really love it. But for some reason, I have a hard time talking myself into pulling it out. So I'll keep trying to talk myself into it, but I haven't so far. I think that'll do it. Okay, lips. My face has gotten a little red. Okay, because I didn't put blush. Oh, maybe that's that shiny pink. Let's see if we can tone it down. I shouldn't do that again. I don't usually, I used to, but I'm not really using the right color concealer to do that. Okay. Okay, are we going to line our lips today? I guess so. Oh, I did do something this week. That seems to be, I've been doing it for about a week. That seems to be helping me. I don't know about you, but when you don't have specific plans or appointments or whatever, like I usually don't, do you have a hard time just doing anything? Yeah, that's what I should say. I do. And look how red my ear is too. My face is a little red. I don't know. So I made me a habit tracker. Now, I'd never heard of a habit tracker until my granddaughter, she's so creative and she journals and she does habit tracker, keeps up with like her water intake and all these things. And so I'll show you. I made me a habit tracker. And you can put anything you want to on here. I've got reading my Bible every day. And also I'm trying to completely cut Cokes out of my life. So for every day that I don't have a Coke, I mark that. And I've got exercise and reading on here, and knitting, but those would be the ones in the middle that I've done none of. And just things like that. And honestly, it's been really a motivator to do some of those things. I'm liking it. Okay, what kind of lipstick am I going to put on? Let's try this. I haven't tried it in a while. Let's just try it with our finger. This is the blush that I used. That works. It works. Okay. Now it's not very shiny, is it? It needs just a little bit of shine. I'm going to use this, even though it's going to put a little more color on it. I like a little bit of shine, but I'm not a gloss person. A gloss is just, mostly I don't like the way a gloss feels on my lips. They're often sticky, and to me they're sort of thick. And, but I do like just a little bit of shine. So, I like that shine. Okay, did I finish? I still got nothing. I don't even know. I blabbered about something while I was on here because I can always talk. I just don't always have something specific to talk about. But anyway, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for pushing me. You don't even know you're doing that, but you are pushing me to get up and get this accomplished every week. And, you know, I've said this before, I would love to make this a source of income for me, but more than that, I just need something to motivate me to just function, to put makeup on. Even if I'm not going anywhere, even if I just take it off in a little while, it still helps me mentally to do this. So thank you for pushing me, because I've sort of promised that I would. Maybe I just promised myself, and maybe nobody else cares, I don't know, that I would do a video every week. And I think this is my 15th video. I did miss 2 weeks, once when I was sick and once when I was at the beach. But thanks for being here. And it's a lot more motivating when I see that people are really watching. I mean, I can tell how many people have watched, and I love to get comments. Please comment just anything, just anything that you, let's just do this today. If I said anything today that you relate to, will you just put me too in the comments, or me too and what you related to? I mean, it'll just be fun. Let's just have that conversation. But thank you so much. Thank you if you've subscribed, if you've liked, if you commented, or if you watched. I appreciate all of it. Thank you so much. And have a good week until I see you again.